Hey Rocker, that looks like a bit of a posh beer. Which fancy shop did you get that from? Well, it's an interesting one. This beer I got from Aldi. Cost me $2.99. But is it going to taste any good? Check out the review to find out. Let's get ready to rock. Welcome back to Rocker's Beer Review. Now I'm quite excited today because I was in Aldi and usually I sort of pass over their sort of the out beer shelves and think, yeah, I might pick up a couple of the old, the Project beer Pilsners that I sometimes buy. The missus likes to have it in a shandy. It's good value. And this beer took my eye and I thought, well, that's a fancy looking thing. That looks expensive. £2.99 this is. It's a 6% dry hopped beer from France. It's not really craft beer, but I just thought it looks really fancy. It's in this lovely black matte bottle. It's got a fancy thing up here that looks a bit like it's a champagne, a bottle of champagne, but it was $2.99. I couldn't pass the opportunity over, and I'm sure a lot of you have gone into Aldi in the past and not seen this. And I've not seen anyone else review it, so I thought, Rocker, you get that beer and get it out and let's see what it's like so your viewers can enjoy it. So what it just says on the back, it says, it's a premium dry hop French beer brewed only using premium ingredients. This method gives the beer a refreshing, clean and dry flavour. So let's get this beer. We'll try and get this beer out of the bottle with its fancy top and see what it's like. So I have no real idea what it's going to be like. I expect it's going to be, 6%, it's quite premium. I expect it's going to be lager-like. Okay, so I can't get that top off. I'm going to put it down before I break something. An edit there. I'm still trying to get it out, but it's nearly there now. So I wanted you to see it as it pops. Okay, ready? Here it comes. Well, that was a bit disappointing, wasn't it? I expected it to be flowing everywhere like champagne. Right, let's get this beer out of the bottle and into my lager glass. I don't use that often, but let's see what it's like, shall we? Okay, beer in a glass. Well, it's quite dark and it's quite clear as well. You can see that. You can see my face through there. High levels of carbonation. Very sort of light golden ale type. We've got a 3-finger head there, but that's probably just due to the bad pour. It looks like a continental lager. Let's see what it smells like, shall we? As he puts it up his nose, yep, smells like a lager. Has that biscuity sort of aroma. I'm smelling something else in there as well. It's not. There's not. Sometimes you get like a more citrusy sort of smell, but I'm getting a really, actually quite a strong malty smell. So anyway, beer in the glass, looks quite good. Let's see what it tastes like. Cheers, everyone. Yeah, it's a lager, it tastes like a lager, but there's definitely more than your sort of traditional off-the-shelf lagers in there. It's got a real sort of malty, biscuity sort of flavour to it that's quite strong. It reminds me a little bit of some of the sort of Belgian beers that you get. So it's a lager plus. That's what I would call it. Yeah, very, very malty. It's actually carbonation isn't for a lager. It's quite low to medium in terms of carbonation. It's not overly fizzy. And as I've tasted a few more sips of it, there is it's quite it's almost quite soft as a lager, in terms of on the palate, and there's quite a lot of body to this beer. I think it's not bad at all, actually. Yeah, It reminds me a little bit. So if you may have seen that beer review I did for the Nigerian beer. It's more along those sort of lines, really. It's almost like a lager with a little bit of that sort of ale, traditional bitter in there as well. But it's a little bit subtle, but it just gives that beer a little bit more body. It's not as light and refreshing and citrusy and zingy as a lot of beers. So if you are you like your sort of maybe your more traditional British IPAs, or you like your sort of golden ales, so you want a bit more flavour to your lager. You don't want that just like that fizzy water stuff, which from your Fosters and stuff like that. This has definitely got it, and as you can see, the beer laces the glass really nicely. It just looks pretty good, and it's £2.99 for 750ml. So that's what pint and a half really of beer. That's pretty damn good in my book. And then you get this out to your mates, go, oh well, maybe I could interest you in this lovely French beer at 6% with its posh cork that may take a little while getting out. I think you don't have to mention Aldi, but I think this is a good little icebreaker. I think a good way for your mates to think that you're a bit posh. So if you want posh Aldi beer and you see this, give it a try. One thing I'd also say is I saw another one like beer which was similar to this, but instead of it being silver in the writing, it was gold, and that was rum infused. So next time I'm in Aldi, I may pick that up for review as well. But if anyone's tried that one, then let me know in the comments below. Right, I'm going to pause and give you some scores for this beer. Okay, the scores are in for this posh Aldi beer, and it's called Bière Millésimée. That is probably not how you pronounce it. It's been a long time since I've done French, but it's Bière Millésimée. That's what it sounds like. That's what it looks like. It's a dry hop beer coming in at 6%, and it's lovely black, matte black, 750ml bottle. Okay, so first things first, aroma. Well, it's a lager. I always find it difficult to give an accurate score for aroma with lagers, because it just smells like lager, really. There isn't any sort of citrus. It is that very biscuity and malty sort of smell. So 12 out of 20 for aroma. Appearance, it looks pretty good. It's a clear. You can see my face there. It's got the head's retained. It certainly looks like a decent premium continental lager. So I'm giving it 8 out of 10. Solid appearance. Flavour wise, I really enjoyed it actually. 6%, it's just a little bit more than your sort of traditional pilsners and lagers. Has a lot more of a malty taste to it, but it's not. I wouldn't say it was bitter. It tastes like those sort of beers that you get on the continent, where you go on holiday to France, Belgium, places like that in the northern part of Europe. Holland even, and you think, yep, this beer is just a little bit more to it. There's just it's a lager, but there's just more to it. So it's a nice flavour. Maybe if you like Belgian beers, you like golden ales, you like more traditional IPAs, it's going to be right up your street. 31 out of 40 for flavour. Value for money, well, £2.99 for 750ml premium French beer. Worth a 10 out of 10 in my book. So 10 out of 10 for value. And then overall experience, well, I really enjoy it. I enjoy the fact that it's in this lovely matte black finished bottle with the fancy cork. It's just a little bit of a premium product. It's a little bit of fun, but £2.99, you can't go wrong. So, and it tastes great. And, as you say, that lasts you a few of those. You only need a couple of them, you'll be fine. 15 out of 20 for overall experience. So we top those scores up. We're getting a 76 out of 100. It's a recommended beer. It's a White Snake beer. So let's slide this one down, shall we? Slide it in even. And we're going to slide it in slow and easy. So this isn't cheap and nasty, this beer. Till the next one, keep on rocking.